Welcome to the program.
Good morning, Bito. It's a pleasure to be here.
Now, let's talk about one of the biggest stories coming out from the weekend. The Edo State Governor, Senator Monday Okpebholo, has drawn quite the fire for restriction orders placed on Mr. Peter Obi. Now, he's talking about the need for politically exposed persons, not just Mr. Obi alone, who happened to be the subject of his remarks, to seek clearance from his office before any planned trips to the state. He's not the first person to make such remarks. The Benue State Governor as well, this year as well, has made certain remarks in that regard targeting Mr. Peter Obi. Why do you feel that these remarks and restriction orders are now being placed on Mr. Obi?
As far as I'm concerned, with reference to the 1999 Constitution as amended, there is no provision for that power that is being exhibited by the governor of the state. Being that Peter Obi is not just an influential politician, he is not just a leader of many people, because he has a lot of followers in Edo State, but he's also a bona fide, a law-abiding Nigerian. So I don't expect this high level of politics in the name of security, in the name of certain things, that protocols and all that. For me, it is politics, and it's not something we should encourage in our political environment, because Nigerian is too volatile for these kind of directives and certain directives and laws. You see, you cannot tell that if Peter Obi is coming to Edo State is inside Nigeria, for Christ's sake. And as far as I'm concerned, as a citizen of Nigeria, you have the right to do business, you have the right to associate, according to our chapter 4 of the 1999 Constitution as amended. You have the right to association, freedom of movement. Right, you have is one of the rights entrenched in our Constitution, that irrespective, unless it's coming pose a serious threat to lives and properties, which Mr. Governor cannot, as at this time, established.
Now, he's not the only one that has also gone public. Whilst he has looked to clarify his position through his chief press secretary, saying that it is the usual protocol and nothing personal, the APC state chairman in Edo was caught on camera using the word hate, that he has that emotional detachment from Mr. Obi. I don't know if you've seen that video in Keturia.
I sincerely have not come in contact with that video, but I've heard that reports. I heard that over the radio yesterday. But the point is this is politics. What is playing out in Edo State as I speak to you this morning is clearly politics. And no matter names or coloration you want to give to these directives by Mr. Governor is uncalled for. We must mature. We must grow beyond. It is not a yardstick that someone has done this before, that he has also the right to do it again. It's not a yardstick to say that wrong is right. Wrong can never make right.
How do we deter such utterances? Because this is the second governor making the same remarks.
Seriously, we need to advance our democracy. We need to yes, I understood that Ms. Peter Obi has a lot of followers, and I don't think Peter Obi at any fora has incited his followers against the state or against laws and established laws and orders, apart from maybe the noise, the energetic movement they do, and some kind of every punches they throw in terms of policies of government and all that. I, as a person, have not seen or heard him, as much as I'm not a member of Obedient and I don't have any kind of affiliation or compassion for them, emotional attachment to them, to their movement ideology. But speaking generally, as our constitution has defined the right of every Nigerian, I think the governor is doing something wrong at this particular order.
Now this is not even 2026 yet, and people talk about the proximity of 2027 and the need to keep the polity as calm as possible.
Yeah.
But if you find highly revered individuals as state governors making this rhetoric, does it leave a lot to be desired in terms of their followers?
I do not blame the governor. I blame his supporters, I blame his followers, and some members of his cabinet that are very close in terms of advising him, because he is a human. To her, he is human. It is normal that we make mistakes. This is one of the times that placed individual make mistake. So we should not consider that we shouldn't consider that as one of those political bold statements, hard punches that politicians do. This is a mistake, and the governor and his team should work towards correcting that. And talking about the 2027, you see, we cannot go back to Egypt in terms of our political environment and our political life. There are times that we have grown past this. We should be talking about projects. We should be convincing votes. We should be convincing voters through dialogue, through debates, through projects, through physical projects, through impact projects that affects the lives and the business of individuals. It is not through this kind of dirty politics, and we should try as much as possible. Nigerians are groaning. We should not have to their headache, because when somebody is in hunger and angry, little thing can spark that frustration and cause some kind of violent conflict. So we need to manage Nigeria. We need to be sensitive as leaders, as politicians. We need to be sensitive to the emotions of the people of Nigeria. This is not the best time that we can play dirty politics. We've done that in 2011, in 2007, in 2015, even when Jonathan was leaving office. What we are saying now is that the environment is too fertile. It's too volatile, and we cannot afford to trigger the masses against each other. We cannot trigger the followers of APC and that of obedience. This is not the best time to do that. That's why I'm so happy with this technological development of Facebook, Twitter, where people have the freedom to express their dissatisfaction and anger.
In closing, talking about the online space, there now is a purported certificate allegedly belonging to the governor of Edo State making rounds on social media. I don't know if you've seen that certificate in question.
I saw about 4 Ds, 1 F9, and he sat for 7, and almost all of them could not make a good mark.
A credit pass.
So for me, anything can be doctored. You know, the social media comes with a lot of positives and negatives. One of the negatives is people can post things that are fake, AI generated and all that. It is now left. If I am one of the member of the media team of Mr. President, of Mr. Governor of Edo State, Monday Okpebholo, I would have done something in terms of clarifying that maybe that result does not belong to the governor. And sometimes even if the result belongs to the governor, I've seen leaders, great leaders across the world that did even worse than Monday Okpebholo while they are still growing in their primary stage of basic education life, that later became the best renowned technicians, scientists.
Final question. It also brings to mind what the basic qualification for attaining for political office is in Nigeria. Over the years, like you've said,
the certificate is, with that certificate that is being displayed on the stream, that the Monday Okpebholo is more qualified. He is more qualified.
Primary school.
You just need a primary school leaving certificate. Not even. Let me even tell you. Even if he has, even if it is secondary school SSC that he needed, as long as you have attended that place and you come out with that certificate, what they're asking you is the certificate. Go and check the law. The law does not clarify that you must have 2A, 2B, or 3C, or 1F. No, that is not the position of the law. The position of the law is that you must have attended the primary school and even the secondary school. So it is not about. So if I were the media team, part of the media team of Governor Monday Okpebholo, I would have maybe release his original certificate or speak to that, just allow to clear the air.
Well, thank you, Patriot Desmond. It's interesting getting your view on this topic, and I'm hoping in the coming days we'll revisit it in a build-up to 2027 and the behavior of certain political parties and certain states towards being open to allow for free campaigning and canvassing ahead of 2027.
The pleasure is always mine.